Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I just wanted to come and run my mouth. Before we get into the mess, let me tell this quick story. So, I told myself I was going to eat a salad today for lunch. Somehow I end up at the chicken place. Don't ask me. Don't judge me. Don't ask me how I ended up at the fried chicken place. Okay, but I end up at the fried chicken place in the hood. I end up getting me a little wing dinner. So the salad didn't work out today. We're gonna try again tomorrow. So I didn't get the salad. I go to the little hood, the little wing, the little hood Asian place. They sell fried food, and so I walk in, and it's two big menus by the windows. There's two windows you can order from, and then there's one on the side. I went to the side because I didn't want anybody walking in thinking that I was in line, and so I just stood to the side to figure out what I wanted before I went to the window. When I walked in, I did hear the black girl say, I heard the black girl say, "How you doing?" And I said, "I'm fine. How are you?" And I just walked to the side. Excuse me. So I decide what I want. I walk up to the window. She was watching TV on her phone. This is what she did. I walked up. I did like this. She was watching her phone. She looked up. Then she looked back down. And this is her phone. Like, mind you, the phone is on the table, on the counter. And her hand was like this, like she was about to stop it. But she kept on watching. Now, mind you, at this point, about 3 or 4 seconds had passed. So I'm like, girl, she's not gonna stop watching. So I just started looking at I was like, well, let me just look at the menu, and I guess she'll tell me when she's done. So 3, 4 seconds passed. I'm looking at her like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, girl, what is she gonna do? And so she hadn't did anything, and so I just started looking at the menu. So I started looking at the menu. By the time I look back at her, this is how she's looking at. This is how she's looking at me. Girl, how you looking at me like I'm holding you up when you sat here for about 3 to 4 seconds, girl, and finished watching the show? So I'm thinking you're gonna tell me, how can I help you, sir? You ain't said nothing. I just happen to look back in your direction, and you looking at me like this. I said, can I have the number so and so? Fries or rice? I said fries. Spicy or mild? I said spicy. Now I really don't eat spicy foods, but their spicy is not spicy. It's it's basically seasoned chicken. If you get the mild, I don't know why they started doing that chicken this way. Back in the day, it wasn't that way. Mild was seasoned. Now it's like if you get mild, it's like no seasoning. If you want the spicy is a seasoning. So, but I don't like spicy food. But that's how their setup is. Spicy. I forgot the total. I forget. No, they don't tell you the total. That's a lie. They give you a piece of paper and then you pay at the end. And I'm just like, girl, I wanted to say, girl, why do you have an attitude, girl? Because I was ready. You wasn't ready. You was trying to finish watching your show. Anyways, oh, let me just get this Amber Alert. I told y'all that anytime I get an Amber Alert, I'm going to let y'all know. So this Amber Alert, literally, it came in earlier, and then it just came in right before I hit play. So it says child abduction from Athens, Texas. Missing child is Mia James, 11-year-old white female. Last seen wearing long sleeve teal hoodie with venom and glitter and black shorts. Call Henderson County Sheriff's Office with information at 903-677-6311. If seen, call 911. Because I don't know about where y'all live, but I remember at one point, y'all, I was getting maybe 2 Amber Alerts a month. It was crazy. That's a lot. 2 Amber Alerts for missing children, that's a lot. Okay. So I was like, girls, I was like, yo, maybe I should, anytime since I just felt like one day we were live and I was like, maybe I should start telling the people whenever I get an Amber Alert. So at least I feel like I'm trying to help find the kids. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So this just, like I said, I got this earlier when I was at the barbershop. and then it just came in. It came in again before I hit the button. So if y'all see this little girl, y'all have to people find their kids. Y'all watch y'all kids. I know it's hard out here. Sometimes you never know who snatching up the kids. It could be a family friend, the daddy, the mama. You know. So I know it's not just like you're not watching your kids. But just be careful with the kids, honey. I hope they find her. I hope they find her. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into hot topics. Baby, long story short, baby, cousin Candiace had her baby. Yes. Candiace, this is according to People. Candiace Dillard Bassett welcomes first baby son, Jet Maxwell Lee. I already want more. The Real Housewives of Potomac star and her husband, Chris Bassett, shared their first photos of their newborn exclusively with People. So the R&B songstress and the Real Housewives of Potomac alum 37 has a newborn baby boy at home after welcoming her first child with husband Chris Bassett, 46, son Jet Maxwell Lee Bassett on Thursday, October the 3rd. People can exclusively reveal the news of the Bassett's new addition as well as debut photos of the happy trio snapped on Friday, November the 8th. He is just the cutest little thing, Candiace tells People in an interview for this week's issue. Chris and I couldn't be happier. It's so cliche to say, but he's brought such joy to our lives in ways I never would have been able to describe before. It's pure love. She said a whole bunch of other stuff. Girl, you know, I'm gonna be messy for a little bit. I know Chris had kids. I knew he had 3 kids. Girl, I did not know one of Chris' kids was 22 years old. It says Jet joins Owen 22, Mateo 14, and Zanaya 10. I said 22. I did not know Chris had a son that old. God, but I guess when I think about it, when you go back to when they joined the show, girl, let me shut up. But yeah, shout out to Candace, shout out to Chris. I'm happy. I'm still disappointed, girl. I was I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go, let it go. I'm gonna let it go because I was about to give a whole speech about how it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous that we didn't get to see Candy and her pregnancy journey on the Potomac. Girl, we saw this lady in the kitchen putting shots in her body, and then all of a sudden she disappeared and had a baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I see Potomac I would never let Potomac forget that. Because we have followed this lady and not her whole life, but y'all get what I'm trying to say. And then we watched her entire journey up into IVF treatments, and then boom, she ain't on the show, and then boom, she have a baby. Like, it is what it is. Shout out to Candiace. I'm glad that she delivered a healthy baby boy. I'm glad that she's okay. I did read something about her having a complication or two. I forgot where I saw it at, but if I find it, I'll come back and tell y'all about it. But yeah, but I'm glad that Candiace is okay. I'm glad the baby is okay. Shout out to Candiace. The Los Angeles County Registrar confirmed that no repayment has been received yet. Due to it still being in pre-foreclosure, Dorit 48 and PK 57 have time to save their home and can do so immediately, repaying any missed payments in a lump sum. Other steps they can take are hiring a foreclosure attorney to work out a payment plan, filing a lawsuit, applying to the California Mortgage Relief Program, or the couple can also file for bankruptcy. If none of these steps are taken, the home could fall into a non-judicial foreclosure, meaning that the lender can foreclose on the property at any time without having to go to court, which is common practice in California. The U.S. Sun has reached out to Dorit and Dorit, okay, no Dorit. That's what they call. That's what Garcelle was calling Dorit. Girl, Dorit and PK's rep for comment. The couple purchased a 6-bedroom, 7-bathroom property in 2019 for $6.5 million and have since called it home, along with their kids, son Jagger and daughter Phoenix 8. I never realized how nice Dorit's home was until I saw these pictures. I was like, this is a nice home. This is a very, very nice home. Now, I don't know about no 7.5 million, but I mean, y'all, like I said, girl, y'all live in California, girl, all y'all houses be $1 million as far as I'm concerned. Let me tell y'all something. 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 I knew that Dorit and PK was having money issues, and I just came into the show. I remember my very first season reviewing this show, which was either season 9 or season 10. Remember when I asked y'all, because this is how I look at it. When you want to get on reality TV, especially these housewife shows, and the premise of the foundation of the show was supposed to be about these kept women who live behind the gates and have access to, somewhat unlimited funds. Okay? Y'all want to get on these shows and live these luxurious lives, or at least pretend that you are. Of course, I think it's natural for us to watch these shows and wonder, girl, what they do for work. Okay? Because, girl, what they. And so I remember asking y'all, what do PK do? Girl. I remember PK and Dorit being in the confessional, and I thought that it was weird because PK and Dorit had already been on this show. So I thought it was weird that they were bringing up what he did for his career, for his job. I was like, why are they asking him this? And they like, this is not their first season on the show. Why is his occupation coming up this late in, their reality career, right? And so I just thought that was weird. And I was asking y'all, what does he do? And I think they tried to say he's a businessman. Let me tell you, that businessman stuff will never fly with me. To me, that's a red flag. I'm sorry. If you can't pinpoint what you do, it's questions for me. If you can't say, I'm an accountant, I'm a lawyer, I'm a doctor, I'm a professor, I own 5 apartment complexes. Good. Then I'm gonna ask you, well, how you own those? Where you get the money from? Nobody. No, I just felt like it was always something iffy about the money with Dorit and PK. And then last season, remember Dorit's storyline. I think her tagline was something to do with her fashion. And I was like, if you're gonna be the girl to sit here and talk about how you are the fashion girl, you cannot walk around here looking like a suburban PTA mom. When I tell you, every time Dorit got on the screen, Dorit had on some comeback boots, some Levi's, and girl, a sweater. Okay? And then, see, I'll be clocking this stuff. And then remember, who's this? And then remember when PK was in the confessional and PK said that when he first met Dorit, now I'm paraphrasing, okay? When he first met Dorit, she was pretty much kind of like plain Jane. It wasn't a lot of money. She wasn't into the Tom Ford Valentino, Louis Prada Gucci, pop them tags. Shout out to Carly Red. And now Dorit is, the Gucci girl, the Valentino girl. In my head, Dorit looks like a drug dealer's girlfriend. Every time I would see Dorit one season, Dorit will be dressed from head to toe in Gucci, head to toe in Chanel, head to toe in Louis Vuitton. I thought that was so tacky. Every time I see her, she got on Louis Vuitton hat, Louis Vuitton jacket, Louis Vuitton shoes, Louis Vuitton purse. Like, you can always tell the girls who knew the money because they dress like that. And so it's been a lot of signs pointing to Dorit and PK having money issues, even to the point where Andy asked Dorit at the reunion, was she on a budget? And she was like, no, I'm not on a budget. Yeah. Something going on with Dorit and PK and the money. The money done dried up. I think they've been having money issues. But of course, nobody wants to say that they're broke, especially when you are amongst the girls who have money, you know? I don't know what the Dorit and PK gonna do. I know she better not lose this job now. She cannot lose this job at Beverly Hills. Y'all talking about she finally clocked in. She ain't have no fucking choice. Okay. She ain't have no choice. Because quiet as it's kept, once I started watching, I didn't understand why Dorit was on the show. Dorit served no purpose on the show to me. When I would hear people say, oh, Dorit used to be that girl, was she not no more? Dorit just be there. Okay? Now she finally clocked in because girl, her back was against the wall and she need that check. And quiet as it's kept, y'all better start living within y'all means. Girl, not y'all, them. Okay? Y'all couldn't afford that house in the first place. Y'all should have went and got y'all a look. Y'all should have went and got y'all a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Okay, on the other side of town. I know it's probably gonna still run you $1 million, but instead of paying 6.9 or however much they paid for the house, you should have been 1.5. Girl, what's the budget? 1.3. I just need 3 bedroom, 2 baths. Okay, these kids. Okay, matter of fact, we really need a 2 and 2 because these kids they small enough to share they up for two. Them kids are small enough. Quantities is kept. You really just need a 2 and 2 because them kids are small enough to share a bedroom. I can see if they were maybe teenagers, then okay. But you still got a little while to go before they start asking for their own bedroom. So you should have really had a two or 1.5. Yeah, you don't even need a 2 and 2. You need a 2, 1.5, one full and one half. Okay. Anyway, shout out to Dorit and shout out to PK. Um, hopefully they get it together and hopefully they don't get evicted. Missing 4 payments on your home that you live in. It would be one thing if you was like, if you had a home in another state, it was a vacation home and you missed some payments. I don't know. But this is a home y'all live in. And you ain't paying that bill? Girl. All right, y'all. Let's move on. Listen to this. So this is according to the neighborhood talk. Oh wow. SZA says she regrets getting a BBL. I'm so mad I did that ish. It was just so stupid. So neighbors get into this. It seems as though SZA is having buyer's remorse during an interview with Vogue magazine. SZA opened up about how it was a dumb decision to get a BBL and how she should have fixed her mental health before going under the knife. SZA says she decides, girl, I was about to say something. I do believe that if you are going to, maybe I'm wrong on this, but I do believe it's one thing for you to go get liposuction, tummy tuck. I think that once you start to do things in your body that could be difficult to change, I do think that you should have to go through some type of therapy to figure out why do I want to do this? Who am I doing this for? If something goes wrong, do I have the means to fix the problem? Getting a BBL is not the same thing as like saying, oh, I just want to go get some breast implants. Even though I have heard of breast implants making people sick. I just think on certain cosmetic procedures, I do believe that you should have to go through some type of therapy first. I do. I do. Sue me. Okay. SZA says she decided to get a BBL in 2022 after she started going to the gym and gaining muscle, but not booty fat. After she had the procedure, she loved her body, but gained more weight due to having being inactive during the recovery. Now she says, looking back, it wasn't a necessity. I'm so mad I did that ish. I gained all this weight from being immobile while recovering and trying to preserve the fat. It was just so stupid. But who gives a F? You got a BBL, you realize you didn't need the ish, it doesn't matter. I'll do a whole bunch more ish like it if I want to before I'm effing dead because this body is temporary. It just wasn't super necessary. I have other ish that I need to work on about myself. I need to get my effing mental health together. Not to say you can't do those things simultaneously. Just for me, I realize wherever you go, there you'll be. But I love my butt. Don't get me wrong. My booty look nice, and I'm grateful that it looks pretty much, I don't know, sometimes natural. But I don't even care. It's something that I wanted. I'm enjoying it. I love shaking it. I will say that, I don't keep up with SZA like this, but I do. I remember looking at SZA like, oh, girl, whoever did her body, that's who the girls need to go to, because baby, they did SZA's body right, baby. Okay. Even though I did notice at one point she gained a lot of weight, and I was like, ooh. You know what I'm saying? We all done gained a little weight. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, shout out to SZA. Like I said, I do believe that when you start to go, because a lot of people don't want to admit it. I think that a lot of us do have body image issues, right? And then with social media, and you seeing all the, like for me, you see all the gay boys walking around here with flat stomachs and waist this big and thighs and ass. And you be like, I want my body, I want my body to look, even I just got to eat some fried chicken. I want my body to look like that too. You know what I'm saying? And then for women, they definitely get it hard. Um, I do think some of the reason, man, let me shut up. I think a lot of women get surgery to attract men. I do believe that. Yeah, I just think that anybody who's going through a major cosmetic surgery, a procedure, not necessarily like lipo, tummy tuck, nothing, but like BBLs. I feel like that's a big change in your body. Okay, that's a big change in your body. Nose jobs, that's a big change in the way that you look. Things like that, things that could really alter how you normally look. And I know a tummy tuck can too, but I mean, you know what I'm saying, girl. Um, I think that you should have to go to some type of therapy. I do. They only let me shut up. They only look at it that way. I'm gonna go ahead and say it, girl. They only look at it that way when it has to do with trans folk, because they're transitioning. But the truth of the matter is, girl, when y'all out here getting whole new noses and whole new faces and whole new bodies, girl, that's a transition in itself. Little Kim, for example, Little Kim has had 17 faces. At some point, Little Kim should have been in somebody's therapist, some room talking to somebody. Why do you feel the need to continue to change your face, continue to change your body? What is going on? I'm just saying. Anyways, I'm gone. I'll talk to y'all later. I was about to start naming people. Y'all know. Anyways, I'm gone. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good day. Bye, y'all.